Joining me now, Kirk Wernars, recently signed for Sussex. Great to have you with us, Kirk.
Yeah, thank you. No, great to, yeah, sure.
Now, just tell us a bit about your winter. I presume you were sort of playing back home in South Africa?
Yeah, obviously playing for Sussex was only a few months ago I knew that I was going to be coming over here. So I was playing for Western Province Amateurs, which is, you could say, a tier below Cape Cobra's franchise cricket in South Africa, yeah.
And how's your pre-season been with Sussex?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I first joined them in Dubai on the 24th of March, so I had about a week in Dubai with them to meet all the guys and get a bit of cricket under the belt. And then from there I flew over to Gatwick and to Hove with the guys, so it's been fantastic. And obviously we've had the one game now against Lancashire, but the lead up to that's been brilliant, yeah.
And you're sort of part of one of the sort of new players coming in, so it must be sort of exciting times to be part of that sort of culture at Sussex at the moment.
No, it's been a brilliant time. I mean, all the guys have been fantastic. There are a lot of, professional cricketers at Sussex, and they've taken me on well. And it's been great for me as a cricketer to be in a setup like this. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the defeat to Lancashire there. Over the years, Sussex and Lancashire have played out some epic games. Perhaps last week's game, not one of them. But the guys must be looking forward to getting back onto the pitch and bouncing back when you take on Durham in a couple of weeks or so.
Yes. Obviously, what happened against Lancashire isn't ideal, but it does happen to sides, and it happens to good sides. And I believe, there is only one. The only way now is forward. I think that from a game like that, you can only better, and I think the boys will learn from an experience like that. Obviously, it's not ideal up front, but yeah, a side like Sussex, we're definitely looking to have the bounce back ability and go in strong against Durham. Yeah.
Now, looking ahead to this season as a whole, what would you sort of say your personal goal is this year?
Me personally, as a youngster, obviously, I'm always looking to learn the art of my game and improve. A goal for me, a general goal, is to work my way into the first side and hopefully become a permanent member of the Sussex First 11.
And what about as a club? You're back in the first division of the Championship now. You've been there or thereabouts in the Pro 40 stuff in the 2020. What about the club's sort of aims this year?
Well, so obviously, we believe that we want to stay in the Division 1 with the Championship cricket, because whenever you're in the Division 1, you have a chance at the Championship title. So that is the goal, obviously, is to stay in the Championship and fight for the title, obviously. And then definitely, the one day in the 2020s, we definitely back ourselves, and we're hoping to win some trophies, yeah.
Okay, let's just look back on some of the cricket over the winter. What did you make of South Africa's World Cup campaign?
Yeah, I believe it was a bit up and down. Obviously, the guys had a very strong side and a side that knitted well together and all of that. And I think, yeah, it was unfortunate to go out the way that we did. But no, I think South African cricket, it's very strong, and I believe they will always be contenders for the number one side in the world for ODI and for Test cricket. So I think the guys need to, obviously they have, a lot of people have put the chokers label on them, but I believe the guys need to just go out and play their natural selves and play their natural games and don't worry about anything else other than what they're doing on the field.
It's a good way to play your cricket as well. I'm just sort of moving on to the IPL. Have you been sort of following that at all?
The Champions League.
The Indian Premier League, sorry.
The IPL. Yeah, no, definitely I follow that. Obviously, Ray Jennings was my under-19 coach, and he's also head coach of I think it's the Royal Challengers.
Oh, yes.
So I've definitely been following the IPL. It's very interesting, obviously, with the IPL introducing over the past few years all international cricketers in their teams, and no, definitely following that, yeah.
And it must be sort of pleasing for you to see the likes of A.B. de Villiers, Johan Botha, and Jacques Kallis in particular scoring runs and looking really good.
Yeah, no, the talent that those guys have is unbelievable, and when they put it together, it's great to watch. It's unbelievable, yeah.
Okay, just a couple of questions to finish off, Gert. What would you sort of say, if I had to say to you, right, what was your best innings or perhaps bowling performance in the game? What would you sort of pinpoint?
In terms of bowling-wise, I'd probably say I played an amateur one-day game in Joburg against the Strikers, which is the Lions. I took 6 for 27, opening the bowling for the first time for the amateurs. So I would say that's pretty much one of my highlights in my career performances. In terms of batting, I think I've obviously had 100 that I scored in the 2020 competition up in Johannesburg, which is obviously a fantastic knock for me. But in terms of highlights, it might be the other day I scored 39 not outs against KZN inland to win the 3-day competition for Western Province. For me, that so far has been one of the greatest innings I think I've done.
And what about your most memorable game you've played in, if you haven't mentioned it already?
There's been quite a few. For me, definitely the Under-19 World Cup was fantastic. I mean, all the games was brilliant. Obviously, the first game that we played, the first knockout game, we didn't have a great day against Sri Lanka. But for me, in all, it was representing South Africa Under-19 at the World Cup in New Zealand.
Brilliant. Well, Kirk, thanks very much for your time this morning, and we wish you the very best of luck with Sussex and beyond, perhaps in the future.
Thank you very much, John. Okay.
Thank you.